So my background is in social sciences. I did an undergrad in psychology. I loved thinking about people and their problems and research. Then I did a master's again in psychology, but really this time focused a lot on the research side, so working with data. And then I did a little bit of a switch and went into epidemiology and biostats because I wanted to further bolster my skills in data analysis, and then keep sort of working in the health sector, but really get much more quantitative. I chose my career path because I felt like a fraud in academia. I felt like I didn't fit in. I loved data, I loved analysis, but I didn't like publishing. And I didn't believe in the medium of how we were gonna communicate the knowledge we were getting from our publications. I didn't believe that those findings would be distilled to the right people, and we were in health. So this was something that was really meaningful to me, that the general population who funds our universities were never gonna get access to the work I was doing. And so I took kind of a left turn after I finished my PhD, and then decided to start a company where we were still gonna work with data, but it was really gonna be about communication. And it was really gonna be about helping health researchers talk about their data and talk about the results. And so this was kind of like the merger of all the things that I loved. For women dealing with imposter syndrome, I'd say it's a journey. I think there were very pivotal moments in my career where I think I was able to see my imposter syndrome with a little bit of distance. I think the best way is to start participating in the community in which you want to be in. So I think you can feel trapped a little bit if you're within your organization and feeling too much of the hierarchy, because I think hierarchies can sometimes reinforce imposter syndrome because they're almost built to make people feel like they should be below someone else. So I think if you go to meetups and you go reach out to people who are sort of in different organizations and you see where your skill set lie on a continuum rather than fitting into a particular box, it can really help illuminate where you see yourself in the sort of the greater scheme of things. And you might not be the best, but you're definitely not the worst. And that was really sort of transformative as I got, these sorts of experiences in different ways at different times. But yeah, seeing yourself along a distribution is super important. I think what women bring to data science and what we see, especially in our company, is that women bring especially a human touch towards communication. I think women have the ability to really empathize with an end user and to think about what is the purpose of the analysis I'm trying to do? What knowledge needs to be distilled by a user who may or may not have the same technical skills that I possess? And that capacity to empathize and to have compassion for an end user is super important in data science, and sometimes lacking with people who are maybe heavily technical and have wonderful skills, but we need a balance of people with technical skills who have a mind for the end product. My biggest success has been starting a company, was coming from an academic background and doing something completely new that I felt ill-prepared for, that I felt like a fraud, and I finished a PhD and had kind of put my fraud concerns away, and then I just kind of embraced them all over again by jumping ship and starting a new path. But it wasn't long before I felt like it was really the right fit, and even though we're only at the beginning of our journey, it's definitely been my biggest success.